Inside Story Uganda, real source of political updates.
Tamale Mirundi.
Explain.
Tunyonyole.
Fellowship
yetia.
Chababbi. Nayenga muhozi. Ne president. Bebata chirimu.
Soko demu katono. Fellowship. Chali chibina chababbi.
Kakati bo. Atenga banda mayininga government. Normally mafias steal from outside. Like the British merchants. Went abroad, but they were investing their loot
back home,
Britain, leading to the Industrial Revolution. Kati ate bano babba. Babba sente za
babbawa.
Sente za ya milioni 14 za dola.
Milioni 14
za n'okuteeka mu lulo.
Electrification agents.
Kakati, how can you be stomach worms that kill their host, failing to understand that inside they attacked inside the belly?
Sabusiru bwanjoka. Chogezako gamba.
Nti Museveni mmwe. Nze we muyambira. Heap everything nti Museveni yalemeddwa. Ate bano babi nnyo.
Baluwa babye nnyo.
Bano bali wasi.
Ate bati.
If the fellowship produces a successor to Museveni, we are in danger. We are in danger. And we come back up akugambya ati. Education oyayogera bamusasula 5 billion mu hoteli omutasuze muntu yagenda wakalisa ne ba 10 billion za jangu nko kubinyondo omuntu engwasi nali mutire ekyankwanze omulalo nayogedde let us call him to kyankwanze we pressurize him to the sentences quest twali tugenda fe na wali to kyaliwo 10 bafu fababiri singa afcon tumulabira mu ggulu
Afcon final mwani mulaji.
Somebody spied on me. Waka. Waliwo yantegeera. This man is on a dying move. Galubindi ze balisanze wali evu. Ne bategeera nti yagudde wa.
Sokolinde. Ewo bajjayo Tamale.
Ewaka waliwo
nga bakuspyinga.
Anti bampita. Tijangu ekyankwanzi. Azina bategedde dda. The Kyankwanzi meeting was organized to lure me into Kyankwanzi.
Nga baagala ogenda.
For the first time.
Bayitirako ba presidential advisor abalala.
The job. I've never entered that office and will never enter that office. Even the record will not my record. That appointment will be tukita tutya. Never to cheat on Mateka. Expunged from my records. It will never appear.
A appointment.
It was done to humiliate you.
A presidential advisor.
It will never appear in my records. It will be expunged from my records. But Bwali Bujozi. When they want to move as being custom to sing and Nakatad.
Choavatoli Nyamo.
Use of butter. Use of quarter cook. Where you come, no vision, and Mujoga. Mujogans. Mwarite mwenda jate twalibu mwekumu abava munseko ani yajana makutiyaga sente kupika. If you have acquired money here, you can also acquire money here. Nenga temutu juze temutu nyedda ku mitoko tunyalako. Bulenzo onomuva mu family kimu. Which families do you come from?
Kakati yo meeting ekigendera kyayo kya Tamale ngezaako bigattaga.
Andi nkubulidde nti ekyo kyali kibinja ky'ababbi.
Ekyali kitudde.
Mu government mwenyewe. Nga bwe bakujja wane wali sente wange nannyini ensi yatwala 5 billion n'aleeta mukwano gwe anoonya presidential bid. Kakati ate mukwano gwe olwali okufuluma mu office ne bateekamu sente nolinja get off my back ninkwete ku mmwe I can block myself nengenda namu.
Ekyo kyakunyiza nnyo bwe bakujjaawo ate sente ne baziteekawo.
If you think I'm a joke.
Tweyongereyo mweyo meeting ya
toilet paper you have used. The moment you flush you don't expect it to retrieve that toilet paper. I'm in the same situation. I never work out here again. Okay. Nkwata koka mutani ko kajiji ne musika tuba kanu nalinka yudunga ne president yalamu. Kajone ntwe akone ntwe. You hear the tape. Itali kwatuli sinka na muri akakulibye bagenda kagoba. Kulubya tova mu bukedde nga tulina 10 milioni zange 10 ne kabusenga mujja kutunda ebintu byamu ale mukwezi ya chamulimeza mvuba nkube buntwale waffe ngende ebifulu bagenda kugoba naye tofuluma bukedde nga tulina miliyoni zange 10 you will sell your property
atenga bamugobera
abana bona bazikulu baje kufuka embisa heroes they have to pay kwajja kusasula basajja bano betaaga omukambwe
katweyongera omweri meeting ngamba
nti president abayita n'abakubira obutambi obwo kati kano katovaneka akajiji ke kaali kababuulira nyenze yankubidde obutambi akoze eki abasiru bateekako abantu let me tell you time those machines are inside my church
goina church gwata saba Tamale church cheyo joyogera
kanisa yange nakati waggule
ogamba sabo
yingira yo empologombe kwatyo yingira yo timba akusibe
Tamale bakubayo bomu
nakati waggule
sokolide Tamale
entwi sajja bakulu ne badda mu discussing amazi
Tamale yes. Munyevu nnyo
vidone bisajja bikulu byali bediko bikola ebintu bya if you know that the president controls these machines what do you do
a president
know that what you are doing is wrong and he can arrest you anytime he wants abalisi ubulisi yes that is a professor professor kyabayambimu omuyinze mbayamba nti bible yetugamba nti bagenda basiru ne bakola omunala balabe katonda ne katonda yabatabula nnimi kati abo batabuka buli omwagira munne this is my machines
byoma byo
ne meeting gye mwabaddemu mu Serena nagitegedde you have been given bino byonna monitor byakuba bo abatagemeddwa bagenda kubasiba they are just fine one thing bawandike balwa nti tujja genda lwa covid president nagulawo economy tebachina justification mujja kutemba kati mu Serena babuwandikidde balwa ne babugamba nti if they don't go this week ICC is passing a judgment to declare them fugitives. Oli okobulabe bwabwase ntwe abantu babubira wano bajja kupatunda tumwebaze jja kudde omugolo we mubunuka abantu bagenda babuza abaana baabwe abaana 15 naye bwetaba shiriki mwabagagga abavundu sente ze muyino na braginga nga bwali omugagga ennyo kyekyaba mutta abantu. Because if you commit an offense beyond your borders, it means you are no longer going to be handled by domestic law.
Bobera nga wakikola okusukka ensalo z'eggwanga lyo.
Kati mulimu ICC tuwe abamawulire 10 billion tokoleki. Can you conceal pregnancy?
Lukula lugenda mu maaso.
Ne banondola ne bandeetawo ebyuma biri mu church. Tebiri mu barracks. Njagala okubuulira. Tewali muntu wano mu Uganda yali badde na byuma ebyo ne batamuwa ssente.
Bagambye webiri waliwo abasirikale oba bategeza abasirikale bo
tebiri yera bali baguze yes bali baguze
kati bo abo mu church yo tebabagula
nze njagala obusajja buno babutire wano siyinza kubakiriza kufuga gwanga
soko otidde mu Tamale toyinza bakkiriza kufuga gwanga.
If we allow these people, any of them, to rule this country, we shall be turning Uganda into a human abattoir. Oba tebayina power bassa abantu mu malwaliro. You should be ashamed. Even Yamini, the notorious Amini, this government criticizes. Museveni yaganze sobola nakwata ku mulambo gwa Amini ngukwasaako ekiti. Amin had excellent relationship with the Arabs, but he never took Ugandans to be slaughtered for organs. Even the old kings, the illiterate kings, sold the slaves because they wanted their people to be alive. This the fact that they did not kill them is the reason why we have blacks in America. These are descendants of the slaves. Abayina buli kamu ne mutta abantu ne mutunda organizaabwe ndi mbasonyi wammwe ndi musobola okujja ewange nesesiba gulu nede kutwala gwe. I cannot talk to any of these people.
Abo batofuuse mutujju.
They must pay.
Bayina okusasula.
Myaka 28 mu prison.
Tamale.
I'm telling you, if this government does not go to them, arrest them, we have evidence. Bali bakanti ezo ziri fake. Are they fake? Are they saying that they are fake? Akati nonkubuulira abasajja bonna beewuunyizza. And if Museveni does not take care, those people are going to kill his son.
Now, your allegation nene Tamale. Basobola okutta General Muhoozi. Tamale.
Nebagamba.
Nti.
How can we be sure that Muhoozi cannot conspire, plot with the Kagame to overthrow the government? Yakitawo. Nebagamba. Imagine 1-to-1 who was there. Why we found out that even his personal secretary didn't enter the meeting. China kubacha we mbo no nyinisi ye yali genze no bujoze bwene galu bintize. If you can talk about Muhoozi, if you can conspire ntishakoze kibi era mawuli tekirimu echachi movement ya Muhoozi tekirimu
eyachi ibaji kubaluli bwe yagenda nayo gera ne Kagame boda ne baji
singano nyinisi ne galu bintize ye yagenze no nyinisi ne galu bintize tolifuka kugwanga lino. You should lie no kanimvere abantu bakuchawa baje njabba kubira obutambi bw'abanyankole meeting z'abanyankole kubabbako mata kubabbako nyama yabo kubabbako obusungu ate obuli mwankole businga bamulinda bulinzi kumuyola bane bufa kitole babuoche. The anger that is in Ankole. If I play tapes of banyankole meeting anti boba Museveni badu yabagana okwogera olunyankole boogera mu luzungu. But if I play the meeting of Banyankole, who are facing with the anger against that younger man, singa yaduka dabali muguli waliwo amwagala ennyo yali mugulidde farm Zimbabwe nadduka naye ate bamukwatirayo naye alekera Hague. Then big trouble. They are between abagundi abazungu baga nti between
a rock and a hard place.
For us Baganda we say you are confused. You are as confused as a man who feared his home and the forest. Then where will you go?
Bobo otya mu kibiranga ne woti ayo. Oba tosigaza wa kulaga.
We are auditing the number of people who are taken abroad and their contacts. Tujja kutonda ebintu by'abantu mwebaze ebyo bisasula abaana abaabo. Uli ukonkola tumwebaze will end up in prison or in Congo. He will end up in the Congo roasting mucho of monkeys.
Now we oyo minister boyogera
Congo.
Minister
nogulaba temubanzite kati agambye it was me. I was watching my machines. They alerted me. 3 motorcycles left Serena after talking to Tumwebas. They headed, I followed them. They stopped at Kajans. Talked to Anosi. And they headed the Nensogobedi and Ziraba. Nesweten again. Zabulia Mugalaji Yamundu.
Zabulia Mugalaji.
Nensia Nenjogera. Kakati yabadde manyi yabadaga nti banne be bakyogera. No, I watch my machines are always stationary.
Kati ezo pichi zali ziraga watamale gwe yazogera zali ziraga.
Bali bagala kutanze bayogera ne OC. Tino operation je tugenda okukola naye don't respond. Ezo pichi esatu zayogerako. Ndikale yazitegeera. I'm monitoring you.
Chonga mos conspiracies no nebitongole ebikuuma dembe bibeeramu.
Ebyo babita.
Obitegeeza.
Let me tell you. Tamale. Nalabyo omusajja odwe. Why don't you
I'm septic.
Odwe kankubulire. Odwe. I don't know which tribe Odwe comes from. The moment they bring another wife, always understand that your husband has passed a vote of no confidence. Normally, the elite departments in the police side and special force, special
SIU.
There are many departments in the police. The person who came from fire to come near the helm of the police leadership was Masweri. One would have been nachivu wano hamu wazi
fire brigade.
Waliwo petrol station. Nekwata omuliro mu 7:5. Masweri yakulowenga okuva ku fire wali. Nazikiza omuliro wanera gwamwosha. Mu fire temuva inspector general police. The first Inspector General of Police to come from the railway police was Byekwaso. Temuvamu mundu. Traffic police temuvamu akulira police. Special branch and side. Kakati today, the majority of educated people abasinge masindi bali mu VIP protection kubanga batambula na bebweru. Ne mu traffic kubba sende. Kati gundi ate ne bwo bateekamu Masaka eriyo lawyer ya just statement ku segirenya bamugoba erukungire abaddeyo lawyer is a lawyer yayingira mu police ngaloza banamwetaaga bamututeka isolo omusajja omufere akabiza abantu berukungire okubba buli wamu ne bamutwala Masaka kiddukiro kya bono kakati odwe if you see that the president is not picking anybody from the police, understand.
Chitegeza
there is a vote of no confidence. In fact, if I was Odwe, I would just resign and go and take my stupid head to my home. Anti agamba anti atete bamulete de kyonu kisembo. We don't need an analyst. Let me tell you, Mr. Odwe. Odwe. Let me speak in English. I think Odwe, even if Odwe does not have a grasp of sophisticated English, can you get all what P7? Abasajja ba police abedda bavanga mu P7.
Tamale nawe tomukakanya.
Odwe, let me tell you. Let me give you 3 examples. A boy from Nansana was arrested with conclusive evidence, credible evidence, that he was luring unsuspected girls to his home using the internet. The evidence is there, linking him to these several murders. Have we proceeded with the case? Mr. Odwe, who doesn't want somebody from Yeso to head the side, I agree, and right department in the police, that would be a preserve of the police. What happened to this case, Odwe? How long does it take? Because the evidence is there, it's on the internet, lures girls, bans them, but the case has not proceeded. What are you investigating, Odwe? Before you talk about it, you should resign and leave the police force if you really respect your head. Let me tell you another example. A boy was beheaded. The head was packed as a gift to the speaker. How has the case proceeded? If the speaker, what if the speaker had not been alerted, and she was not alerted, there was a confusion. According to Miso Files, I know where the initial meetings took place. I know that this boy, although you were saying that he was an orphan, brought up by a pastor in Masaka, the boy came from Chikajo to the contrary, was taken to Masaka. I can tell you the meetings in Masaka at Saza. I can even tell you the telephone communication between somebody who was supposed to receive the parcel, put it in a Kataga's vehicle, Kataga would be intercepted on the way. The man was in Masaka. At that time when this boy was killed in Masaka and the head was brought. Has Uncle ever told you how the head and in his, how it was packed as a gift? Do you have any photograph? Do you know how it came, boy came from Masaka? Are you aware that even the footage at the parliament was tampered with? I know where the boy was dropped. I see him crossing to parliament. Miso
yabiraba. Ekitegeeza okulembera ekitongole ng'ekyo weetaaga mukugu mw'ekyo.
These are clear issues. How many senior police officers who have been killed with glaring evidence? If the police can lose senior police officers, how can we trust you?
Senior police officers, the likes of Andrew Felix Kawe.
Yes. And you cannot even protect yourselves. How can we trust you?
Now you report it Janga.
If you say that you know what the police needed, Mr. Odwe, What efforts have you made, Mr. Odwe, to ensure that these police officers who contribute money to the police circle get their money? Odwe oye, Odwe oye, Odwe Jew, Odwe Jew, Odwe oye, Odwe oye, Odwe Jew. If you cannot even fight for police officers, it requires an army officer. In fact, what the president should do is to get somebody an expert
police civil
what the president can do is to get an expert from the army circle, Wazalendo, to run the police circle. Because one of the reasons why the police is hostile to Museveni, they steal their money.
Centers are
Ziba. Odwe oye, Odwe oye, Odwe oye, Odwe, Odwe oye, Odwe oye, Odwe. Odwe who cannot even fight for police officers. It requires the army to send here severe to ensure that the policemen who are under your control receive their money.
Nena abamaje babaddeyo bangi police tennatereera bangi be basindiseyo Tamale Sabiti muze abaddeyo bani babasindise bali ku ranka za ba commissioners nabo era tebaterezeza
nti ekyo kyonna company running obituleta bagiteeka under receivership. Simbule kyekyamukola obubi yali mu kulaninga companies ze nagenda mu piti banka neyewolayo nazina zimulimu okuzaayo piti newamba companies netandika oziraninga nezigwira ddala kakati who has brought the receivership, the situation of receivership, a person who is trained to kill and to avoid killing, how can he run the police? Kitegeeza the problem is there. Nobody in the police should raise his ugly head. Yes, because they have failed.
Kati amaje gate kingovu.
Kakati odweta sana kuogera. Kuba kakati mwe kyabalema. Nti fire brigade. Twakula batugamba. Nti fire mujiwa gundi free passage. Naye wano mu Uganda mbuza abatakisi. Lwaki temuvira fire nti ebetwala mazzi. Bagenda kutunda mazzi ku masomero. Fire brigade bwogikeberawo nogitula nobuuza nti fire brigade yayimiridde wano erimu omupiira eri wa dereva waayo aliwa. That's why they delay. They think about fire brigade when fire erupts somewhere. And I think the only smart guys.
Yes, it needs an overhaul. Military yegendo chifula. Betulaba mu buli kimu. No kuzimba nambole twala
no one president bagenda butwala.
Anedda.
I'm telling you.
Buli kimu.
Ayi mufeirize.
Musya.
Museveni takwata ku kintu nga tikinna feiri. Kakati oyo chief justice bamuzanyisa kati.
Ate chief justice abadde
wa chief justice
na
wa speaker.
A speaker
ekiwugulu kikabi kati ekiwugulu kikabira wa chief justice na wa speaker. I'm telling you.
Speaker mulwadde otegeza Jacob Olanya oba deputy speaker bali babiri.
Ekiwugulu kikabira wa chief justice.
Tamale toyogerera mu ngero tubulira ate waliyo nche.
Ekiwugulu bwekitula bwe ekiwugulu bwekitula bwe kiyimiridde ku muti gwa chief justice bwe
kati soko wa chief justice wabadde
ekiwugulu
aganyi beiro ya mwenye muvuga Tamale kiki kyaganyi
abawulira boogera abo bagenda ne bayingira mu government yatundula nti atundula abo bagiyingiramu.
Soko
how can he explain now?
Bigwa mu
how did this man's case end?
Yani
ya Bobi Wine. Tikisache justice with the chief justice. How did it end? And the
energy yatwala ya elections
n'abalema okusoma omusango. Chief justice n'adduka kubali waba mukubidde amasimu.
Tamale chief justice bagala mujjako
nzimbo buli atenze gate bagala mujjako
ogambye nti ekiwugulu kikabira yozeri Muganda mbammanyi kyobero yogera
bagenda kububira buli kikabira afa ekiwugulu ekikabira afa n'abasajja bakugambye babo nti you see
nti
tukyabula y'emyaka ena
ejachi ejattamu political tamu gyetulimu.
What these people should do ebintu ebyo babikola nga tuandamine Museveni. Their problem tibalina obwongo butono. Their problem would be what are the possible catchment areas of a successor. Mbagamba tibobeera mukazi notazala baana balenzi katonda bakuyambye
tenga akuyambye ati
yes anti gwotegererawo nti bala ali musikira ajja kuba mwana wa mujjawo kakati what do you do? Invest in the available children
abaliwo nobasembeza
yes bagwe judgment verdict ogifunye
bukyali
kakati mu politics tukola bwetuti why should Uhuru drop Ruto nawagira Raila
lwaki
he has watched if this man Ruto hasn't been respecting me every time we quarrel what will happen if he is in charge
banabeera nga ye commander in chief church nabeerawo
if you say omuntu yenna buli lwayogera nga ekigamba abaganda baga nti gambo bi wamwenga alisanga kuki ku mwoyo oba teyused yewerera nga abaganda mulejiko kwendi kwata obuyinza nja kumemetula eggume ly'abaganda talina kyeyakola kibewuunyisa. Even in his book Mutesa writes we used to think that Obote was talking about was engaging in political rhetoric kumbe had an interest anger
yali adina mu mutima gwe
kakati Ruto avumirya nnyo dynasties ekyo kikutegeeza ti dynasties zino zina kyezamukola tomutrust
yena agamba hustler avudde eri wansi
owange omuntu ekintu ekinoomwa overwhelminga nti Raila akinoonyeza toyinza kubeera gundi yagamba kyanjo nti omuntu mu nsi tewali haji asobola kuba haji yeerabira olunaku lwe yagenda Makka alina gwe yabuuza namugamba nti oba oli haji gwe kyanjo wagenda ddi e Makka namugamba togendangayo teri musiraamu yeerabira lunaku
yakolera hijja
teri mukazi yeerabira musawo muganda yamuwa luzaalo
Tamale tasobola mwerabira kubanga kiri kyafuna kyamaanyi kyogezaako kugamba omuntu
n'omulenzi omuwala yamujjako embuzi ye n'amulekera emiguwa naye tamwerabira
sooka oleke n'omuwala tasobola kwerabira
kakati nti owange omuntu ekintu ekimu nti the rules had forgotten
ebbanga lyonna tebakikwatangamu nti
bajja ne babeera excited ne bafuna kuto mu mboya era omusajja agamba yawandika n'agamba the woman who born another mboya is not yet born mboya lwe bamutta ne batta gundi ono gwe batta nnakuwezo wuko kakati abakikuyo abajaluwo ne bategeera nti omukisa gwaffe gukozeeki
guweddewo
ono agenda mu 78
akuliridde
kati oyo n'omuwa tajja kukikola ki
tajja kijajamya
nti
tayiza nakwerabira
akali bwe baga ntukaddemu who was creating trouble for them
yali Odinga
nabaga nti omwana bwawaganyala mu katanda n'alemesa parliament kati kiba kyamagezi ate mu kwogera makulu n'abakulu muyina mwana ono bwe mujja kettala ng'akaaba bwe mumukuba ng'akaabira ddala kati muyina kumukola bulungi nnyo yeebaka empolampola kati a person who has caused trouble is the one we talk to kati ate bano babaali they underestimated me baali bagamba era oyo abagamba if you talk about money to Mirundi ne professor yabagamba Mirundi is not for money I like money but for dignity
yagala
you assault my dignity we fight until we die kubane tomorrow jakiddamu
toyagala akukakanya
anti nkugambye bano
toyagala akulengeza
ani bajja bawere wakulwako obumotoka obulimu ssente
wabalabanga baavu
if marrying a president's daughter can graduate a man from being a gate man to one of the richest people nange mutani wange ali wasowa president aliddako eka nange nsabe wabeerewo changes
nawe kosabe wabeewo changes nowo awaseyo
kunjoga kansabe changes nange mu family yaffe mubeemu and now what has turned you to graduate from a gate man to one of the richest people in Uganda is the marriage link kakati what do we do
namwe muteeketeke abaana bawase mu family
kunjoga ate kuba opportunities zonna wazikolako ne mumpi omutwa ne mutuma abantu bazete mukole katekisoboka
kati kyogamba fellowship yasaanawo mu byonna byoyogera olaga nti yasaanawo
ate ne basaanyawo ne institutions
ate intentions zaayo nazo zasaanawo bonga abantu basobola okugira naye ate biri eri bye baali basetinze
project y'obwa president nayo njikubye nayo njijjawo talifuga ku ggwanga luno kubanga ate ekizibu kye bafunye mu family bwe mba mufunyemu ate omuntu who is marketable ate mukuba mutya ndika tutuule abo benkugambye abatudde to review why did he go on was the president was his father did he participate via Zoom how did he know you see examples in Chad in Equatorial Guinea in each family is split ne baddamu ebyo temulifuga oyo omulenzi tali oba nzito oba akola ki somebody can teach a dog to laugh but Rwabogo cannot be president of this country
kiddemu ogambye eki
somebody can teach a dog to laugh but nobody can make Rwabogo president of this country